Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Now today we are going to start with the next topic or the next module of your financial markets and financial system, or you can say. And in this topic we are going to today talk about your two chapters, that is your first is your financial regulators and financial institutions. Now, when I'm talking about your financial institution, your Ministry of Finance, basically you have to understand the concept what is Ministry of Finance. Now, Ministry of Finance is an important ministry within the government of India concerned with the economy. हर चीज हम इकोनॉमी से बात करने वाले हैं. So economy of India, economy of the country, economy of not just of India but economic savings of the Indian Treasury Department, and it is also particularly going to be concerned about the legislation, your financial institution, your capital market. It is all connected with each other. Even when it talks about your state finance or union budget. Now, in the following this particular category, basically the civil services including the Indian revenue services, जहाँ पे हमारा full finance discuss होता है, the Indian economic services, Indian cost accounts services or the Indian civil account services, the administration and the supervision of the whole finance ministry is called to be as a Ministry of Finance, जो basically हमारे country की finance से deal करता है. Now, first of all, we are going to talk about your DEA, that is your Department of Economic Affairs. Now, when I'm saying a Department of Economic Affairs, as the term itself says, it is a department, it is a nodal agency of the union government, हमारे central government की, to formulate and to motivate countries economic policies. जब country को खुद के finance को improve करना है, तो वो जब ये policies, programs having bearing the domestic and the international aspect of the economic conditions and the management, it has been taken care by the Department of Economic Affairs. Now, a principal responsibility of the department of the parliament and during the time of deciding the budget, that is the union budget, or you can say even it is including your railway budget. Recently when we had gone to the budgets which was been decided first time in the history with the economic digital mode, so where the the state government under the president's rule and under the union territory administration, the Indian other particular states and each and every administration is functioning, it is called to be as the Department of Economic Affairs. Now, this particular department, what they are basically functioning about, the three main areas they are going to include: formulation and monitoring of the macroeconomic policies all over at the outer scale. जब बात होती है तो उसको macro economic policies की बात करते हैं, fiscal policies की बात है, public finance की बात करते हैं, inflation की बात करते हैं, public debts की बात करते हैं, debt management की बात करते हैं, capital market की बात करते हैं, जहाँ पर finance plays a very important role. Second, when we are talking about is your monitoring and raising the external resources. Raising the external resources means through materialistic, multilateral ways, bilateral investments, monitoring of the foreign exchange, जहाँ पे हर तरफ से हम लोग पैसा लेकर आकर के बात करते हैं how our finance is going to be invested and how the foreign exchange of our country is going to get the balance of payment and balance of receipt. Next, last part is your production of the bank notes, your coins, your various documentation, denominations, postal stationery, postal stamps, and cadre management, or planning of these particular career planning or the training of the Indian Economic Services, IES जिसको बोलते हैं. So all is been taken care by the Department of Economic Affairs. Moving ahead, after we have talked about your DEA, next we are going to talk about FIPB, that is your Foreign Investment Promotion Board. Now this particular, as the term says, Foreign Investment Promotion Board, ये क्या करने वाला है? This is a house of department of the economic affairs where the Ministry of Finance where ministerial responsibility are there, where we are going to encourage, where we are going to make a recommendation for the government to give the approval from the foreign countries to come and participate in a country, through promotion boards. These boards are going to manage. Now basically the Department of Expenditure is the nodal department of overseeing the public financial मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम. सो बेसिकली हमारा जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है ये कनेक्टेड विद ऑल द फाइनेंस एंड मैनेजेस द ऑल द इन्वेस्टमेंट्स वेयर द सेंट्रल budget has been decided, where the government is taking part, and these particular ministry. Now these ministry, what they are doing, these ministry are regulating, setting up the rules, they are setting up the orders, and even at times when required they are setting up the advisory board. Now what these boards are required to do, they are required to study about the market, they are required to make a report about the same, and the administrative procedure is being taken care, not just at the basic local level, but at the national institutes are being framed. National Institute of Financial Management, NIFM, which has been set up in Faridabad. What is this doing? They are under the administrative, and they are taking care about all the public finance, public expenditures and everything. Now the business, basically they are allocating the different expenditures to each and every departments, and they are taking care. Now the members are actually official members are been divided into different sectors. Member of the income tax, member of legislation and compensation, then members of the revenue, members of the personal vigilance, members of investigation, audit and judicial. Every particular department is including, and they are working under the Department of Revenue. So this revenue is coming under the part of your this particular category, जहाँ पर ये डिपार्टमेंट फॉरेन प्रमोशन प्रोडक्शन किस तरह से मुझे मेरा फाइनेंस को मैटर करना है, they are deciding about the. Now next body, which is considered to be the most important body of our country to actually consider, to actually take care about our finance, is our Reserve Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, it is your India's central banking institution. हम सबको पता है कि मेन हेड पे कौन आता है, जैसे अगर कोर्ट में सुप्रीम कोर्ट आता है उसी तरह से बैंक्स में कौन आता है, योर रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. Now what they are doing, they are basically setting up the financial institutions basically under subordinate to them, and at the same time controlling the monetary policies of the Indian rupee. जो हमारा इंडियन रुपी है उसको प्रॉपर वे में फंक्शन करवाना, उसको प्रॉपर वे में कैलकुलेट करवाना. Now it is it basically commenced in the year 1935, 1st of April 1935, during the Britishers rule. During that particular period only our actually original share capital was divided into shares of ₹100 each fully paid up, or where the initial owned extremely private shareholders were being there, and उस time पे ही ये concept of RBI was being introduced. Now RBI basically plays a very important role in the development strategy of the government of India. So government का finance, it is a kind of a member bank, जहाँ पे Asian Clearing Union की यहाँ पर भी ये हमारा generalized bank is playing a very vital role, and they are not just leading to the development of the financial structure in India, but also creating a remarkable recognition. Now basically this provision जब ये लेकर आए थे, ये basically क्या reason था RBI को लेकर आने का? Operating, first of all, operating the main objective I can say, operating the monetary policies, because how to till that time we were not having that much of rule. उसके पहले तो हम बार्टर सिस्टम पे रूल करते थे. फाइनेंस की वैल्यू कैसे होनी चाहिए, इनकम ऑफ द कंट्री कैसे डिसाइड होगा, जीडीपी ऑफ द कंट्री कैसे डिसाइड होगा, टू मैनेज ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर आरबीआई वाज बीन सेट अप. नाउ बेसिकली आरबीआई और द सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, इसके ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या क्या हो सकते हैं. लेट्स सी वन बाय वन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, टू मैनेज द मॉनेटरी एंड द क्रेडिट सिस्टम ऑफ द कंट्री. मॉनेटरी एंड क्रेडिट, एक कंट्री से लेना, एक कंट्री को देना, डेब्ट्स एंड लोन्स, ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर बीन मैनेज्ड बाय आरबीआई. टू स्टेबलाइज इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल वैल्यू ऑफ द रुपी. When RBI is only deciding about, or they are calculating the status of our country, whether we are going to deficit or we are into surplus when it comes to your finance. For balanced and systematic development of banking of the country, to keep a regulation, to keep a check on the subordinate banks, it is all the duty of your RBI. for developing of the organized organized money in the market. मनी मार्केट इन द कंट्री मतलब क्या होता है कि ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में चैनल्स के थ्रू किसके डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स ऑफ मनी के अंदर हम लोग वी कैन डू द मार्केट, वी कैन रन द मार्केट, दैट इज ऑल डिसाइडेड बाय द आरबीआई. फॉर द प्रॉपर अरेंजमेंट्स ऑफ द एग्रीकल्चरल फाइनेंस, किसी को सब्सिडीज देना, किसी को है ना सपोर्ट देना, फाइनेंसेस अरेंज करना, ऑल किसका काम है? इट इज योर आरबीआई. फॉर द प्रॉपर मैनेजमेंट ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रियल फाइनेंस ऑल्सो. सो एट द सेम टाइम इट इज नॉट जस्ट द एग्रीकल्चर finance but of the industrial development has also been helped by your RBI. Now, even when I'm talking about the development, the proper management of the public डेप्ट्स, पब्लिक के डेप्ट्स को, पब्लिक के सेविंग्स को, पब्लिक के लोन को, पब्लिक के मनी को प्रॉपर वे में यूटिलाइज करना, बैलेंस करना, इट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. इवन एट द लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, टू मेंटेन अ बैलेंस द डिमांड एंड सप्लाई ऑफ द करेंसी. ऐसा नहीं होगा जब मन चाहे डिमांड करो छापते बैठो, ऐसा नहीं होता. देयर हैज बीन अ रेगुलेशन, देयर हैज बीन अ प्रोटोकॉल थ्रू व्हिच इट इज बीन स्टेटेड, एंड वंस दिस पर्टिकुलर protocol has been fulfilled, automatically we will get the currency, we will get the circulation of that particular currency. Now, basically your RBI rules and regulation, it has always been amended from time to time. It was from a period of 1935 to 1950, then for 1950 to 1960, then 1960 to 1969, then further 1969 to 1985. Then 95 to 85 to 91, and after 91 it was being said, because it was even the development of the financial markets. In the other earlier topic we had already seen. So since your 2000, there is a remarkable change in the RBI rules and regulation, and they have set up the perfect norms. They have created a recognition not just in our country but even all over, jahan pe this particular sector has been it is a kind of determined to be as a kind of bank which is going to create the interest for the banking other depositors. It is going to create a recognition and reliability. Now, why we are required to have the banking companies and all? At times क्या होता है कि जब अगर मेरे पास फाइनेंस, इवन द बैंकिंग, जो हमारे सबऑर्डिनेट बैंक्स होते हैं, कमर्शियल बैंक्स होते हैं, अगर इनके पास अगर कभी फाइनेंस की कमी आ जाती है तो हु इज गोइंग टू हेल्प देम? इट इज दिस पर्टिकुलर आरबीआई हु इज गोइंग टू कंट्रीब्यूट टू these particular sectors, these particular small firms. They are even required to help the within the from time to time within the country and outside the country also, as per the changing rules and regulation. So the management of the RBI is of such nature, they are taking every necessary steps which is required for the development. Now, basically when I'm talking about the contribution of the RBI to इंडिया में आरबीआई ने क्या रोल प्ले किया है? तो बेसिकली देयर आर टू रोल्स, दैट इज प्रमोटिंग द कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन. कैपिटल फॉर्म होना, कैपिटल होना जरूरी नहीं है, उसको फॉर्मेशन में प्रॉपर यूटिलाइजेशन करवाना ये बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड सेकेंड थिंग इज अबाउट द एनकरेजिंग द इनोवेशन. तो ये दोनों काम हमारे किसने किया है? आरबीआई ने किया है. नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द प्रमोशन ऑफ द कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन, एवरी नाउ एंड देन इट हैज एक्सीलरेटेड द टेम्पो, इट हैज एक्सीलरेटेड द इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन, इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट फ्रॉम द एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर टू इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर टू फ्रॉम द पुअर कंट्री टू रिच कंट्री टाइप. तो जहाँ पे मनी लैंडिंग, मनी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, इंटरेस्ट रेट, ऑल द कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन, ईच एंड एवरी एरिया इट हैज प्लेड अ वाइटल रोल. Secondly, when I'm talking about you're encouraging the innovation. Encouraging the innovation का मतलब क्या होता है? The entrepreneurs are coming up with the innovative ideas. So they are largely dependent upon the manner of they are getting bank credits or allocated the utilization of those funds and everything. So इसमें क्या होता है? Indirectly the economic growth is there. So RBI is actually creating an entrepreneur with the innovative ideas and all, and thus they have uplifted the value of these entrepreneurs at the small scale also. Now, further I'm talking about the functions of the RBI. RBI का basically function क्या है? सबसे पहले RBI is the regulatory, of the regulator of the financial system. हमारे RBI who is going to control the money, control the money supply in the system, monitoring the different indicators जैसे GDP, inflation and all those things, maintaining the people's confidence कि yes their banks are going to be safe, their savings are going to be, their income is going to be safe, providing different tools to the customers to help them out to every possible way so that the banks are not taking the undue advantage of them. Secondary, RBI is the issue of monetary policies. So monetary inflation control करने के लिए, controlling on the bank credits के लिए, interest rate control करने के लिए, ये सारा काम कौन करता है? ये हमारा RBI ही करता है. Who are basically deciding how much will be the rate of interest, how much will be the debt will be given, open market में operations कैसे होने वाला है, different rates in the different revenues, different policies and all. Who is all deciding? It is decided by the RBI. Moving ahead, the RBI is the issuer of the currency. So हमारी currency in India, since a long time the currency notes are issued by the RBI only. आप अपने कोई भी currency के नोट के पीछे देख लो, रुपये के पीछे आपको पता चल जाएगा. It has been mentioned RBI. Why? Because they are the issuing authority. Now RBI is the controlling and the supervisory of the banking system. हर बैंक को proper way में observe करना, ये RBI का rule है, ये RBI का procedure है. Regarding the public sector banks or regarding the private sector banks, foreign banks, cooperative banks और regional rural banks, जो भी type के बैंक हो, they are all going to be controlled by your RBI. तो कैसे control करेगा? By issuing of the license. आपको license देंगे कि नहीं? If you want to start with a bank, तो आपको issue license के लिए. Prudential norms, आप norms, rules and regulation follow कर रहे हो कि नहीं? वो कौन decide करेगा? वो हमारा RBI decide करेगा. KYC know your customers वाले norms कौन decide करता है? जो recently changes हुए, वो सब कौन decide करता है? It is all decided by the RBI. Now, transparency norms, how well you should be reconnected with your clients and your all the investors and all, कि किस तरह से banks को अपने customers के साथ deal करना है, all that is going to be dealt by your RBI. Risk management, कितना risk कौन ले सकता है? Even the RBI has the right to go ahead for the audit and inspection. जब भी मुझे लगेगा कि ओके ये पर्टिकुलर बैंक कुछ तो फ्रॉड कर रहा है, कुछ तो मैनिपुलेशन कर रहा है, आई कैन डायरेक्टली मूव अहेड विद देम एंड गो फॉर द इंस्पेक्शन एंड ऑडिट. फॉरेन एक्सचेंज कंट्रोल, इवन फॉरेन एक्सचेंज आरबीआई इज एट द फेस वैल्यू, फॉल वैल्यू ऑफ इनकम ऑफ इंडिया और द इंडियन रुपी करेंसी की वैल्यू, ऑल दिस इज बीन डिसाइडेड बाय योर आरबीआई. इवन डेवलपमेंट ओवरऑल ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज in the hands of the RBI, because banker or the main head of the bankers is going to be the RBI, who is going to control. No, that was just a function. Now role of the RBI, bank of issue, it is going to issue funds to the rest of the banks, issue funds to the government, issue funds as and when required. So first is your bank of issue, then bank of government. Government का हर एक अकाउंट, हर एक डेट, हर एक पर्टिकुलर डेब्ट्स, हर एक एक्सचेंज, हर एक चीज कौन डील करता है? RBI. बैंकर्स बैंक एंड लेंडर्स ऑफ द लास्ट रिसोर्ट. लेंडर्स ऑफ द लास्ट रिसोर्ट, इसका मतलब क्या होता है? सबका सहारा कौन है? RBI है. RBI is the one who is going to look after the each and every bank. क्योंकि हमने अभी जस्ट फंक्शन में देखा कि RBI is not just for itself but even for the others who are going to take care about each and every bank whether they are functioning of the country. कंट्रोलर ऑफ द क्रेडिट्स, आपको कितना क्रेडिट इन इंडिया, इन कंट्री ओवरऑल कितना ट्रांजैक्शन होना चाहिए, वो भी कंट्रोल किया जाए. कस्टोडियन ऑफ द फॉरेन रिजर्व. सो हमारी जब भी फॉरेन रिजर्व्स की बात होती है, उसका रेगुलेशन, उसका कैलकुलेशन, उसका बैलेंस, सो दैट एक्सेस इज नॉट देयर और इवन डेफिसिट इज नॉट देयर, दैट इज डन बाय योर RBI. सुपरवाइजरी फंक्शन. सुपरवाइजरी फंक्शन का मतलब होता है कि इवन ही इज गोइंग टू बी जस्ट अ ऑब्जर्वर और जस्ट अ सुपरवाइजर. जब मुझे बाकी कोई काम नहीं रहेगा, बाकी सारे बैंक्स के अंदर सब चीजें मैंने प्रॉपरली रन की है, देन इन दैट केस इन द लास्ट आई विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ सुपरवाइजर. This was all about your RBI. Now coming to the next part of your financial regulators, it is your SEBI. Security Exchange Board of India. Now this is going to be called to the development of the Indian stock market. हमारे SEBI का इंट्रोडक्शन आना और हमारे स्टॉक मार्केट को इंट्रोड्यूस होकर के जाना, this is all what was up to the administration which was been done in the year 1988, and the stock exchange, they brought up a control and supervisory power which is having an independent regulatory agency which was bought by the central government, and they established this particular board, that is Security Exchange Board of India. Now, was the main objective behind framing of this particular SEBI? First of all, to protect the interest of the investors in the securities. So जो हमारा security जो exchange था या securities जो हमारे investments थे उनको protect करना, investors को right way में protect करना, उनको proper dividend, proper return दिलवाना, ये SEBI का काम था. To promote, to develop and to regulate. Promote करना, develop करना plus regulate करना. This was all the duty of the securities and the markets in the manner so that they are interconnected with each other and at the same time they are being guided by some rules and regulations. Now, when this particular SEBI was established in the year as a board in 1992, actually they take before in the regulatory functions and they actually started as a regulatory function. But later on, as and when the stock market improvised and they took the board as a proper code of conduct, as a proper a department or as a proper agency who is going to look into this particular securities market where no fraud, no manipulation, no false commitments are being made by these companies. Now, moving ahead for the features of the SEBI. अभी feature of a SEBI क्या क्या है? First of all ये है कि SEBI shall be a corporate body established under the SEBI Act. तो ये absolutely corporate body है, individual, no perpetual succession. That is कोई भी आए, कोई भी जाए, it is having its own identity. Second, the head office of the board of SEBI is there in the Mumbai. SEBI can have a n number of branches and many other places in India. Now, the board shall consist of the following members. They are having few of the members. Select तो एक जो chairperson रहेगा, फिर बाद में 2 members who are being the officials of the government of India dealing with some kind of securities of the finance and laws and everything. Then 1 members will be there for the official from the Reserve Bank of India. Then 2 other members will be there who will be the members of the board appointed by the central government who was going to. So this is going to be the chairperson, 2 members who are with the finance and law, 1 person who will be the Reserve Bank of India and 2 person as a person who will be the chairman appointed by the central government. Now again, they are going to be the general superintendents. They are going to give the direction. They are going to give the management of the SEBI, which shall be the board of meetings, board of members. The members are going to give provided with some of the powers and duties where they are required to act as per the rules and regulations. Now, the central government basically has the power to remove any member from the chairperson as a chair member appointed by the board. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर उनको लगा कोई manipulation हुआ है, कोई fraud हुआ है, कोई भी ऐसी activity हुई है, they can easily be removed. Even the central government shall have the right to have the power to issue direction to the board for the policy matters. So policy को every now and then change करना. क्यों? क्योंकि SEBI form किसने किया है? Central government ने किया है. So they have the easy right to do all those particular activity which should be within the limitations of the SEBI. Further moving ahead, function. अभी SEBI का function क्या है? Regulating the business of the stock exchange. पूरा stock market को control कौन करता है? SEBI करता है. Registering and regulating the working of the stock market, they are doing. Then you are registering and regulating the working of the collective investments. different financiers के पास है, different investors के पास है, वो कौन देखता है? SEBI देखता है. Then you are promoting and regulating the self-regulation, organization, calling up of the trading of the securities, calling up all the different departments of the information for the inspection, and all those things are relevant to your functions of the SEBI.